We can open all these.
Stop talking for a second, guys.
Quiet coyote. Quiet coyote.
I did that one.
Okay, how do I mute people?
You don't look very good doing it. Other hand.
Punch you. Punchies.
No, because he's going like this.
Yeah. Well, no, I go like this. Welcome to another grooming podcast. I'm Kathlena Austin.
I'm Juan Rivera.
Oh my God, what was
Shit.
that?
I was gonna say I thought it was going that way. I don't know.
It's never gone that way, but okay.
I said I'm Juan Rivera.
I told you, you guys look. You said it always looks like I'm concentrating because it is. I'm like, oh my God, which
Is it my turn? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to start over?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, start over.
Welcome to another grooming podcast. I'm Kathlena Austin.
I'm Juan Rivera.
I'm Kat Graney.
I'm Nathan Austin.
Good job.
Success.
Good job.
You done did it.
All right, so
was
today, today we're going to be recapping the Cali Groom Central show. It was super cool to have a show so close. But before we do that, do we want to answer a question?
Oh.
Yeah, I have a few questions for you. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, first one is, before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why?
Yes.
I do if I'm ordering food.
Yes.
I have to make a list and I write it down first and then I say it out loud and then I call them because otherwise that's like my biggest pet peeve. Like when we go to drive-thrus and Ronnie's like, oh, hold on, I want to look at the menu. The menu hasn't changed in like 10, 15
It's McDonald's,
years.
bro.
So like, what do you have to look at?
What if there's any
It
deals?
might be something new.
Yeah.
That's true.
But then it would say
I always
new.
have
You don't have to
look.
read the whole menu. You just see the new, and then that's the new.
I look anyways, yeah. I'm
Katie
a menu
does that
person.
and it drives me
I wanna
fucking
compare.
crazy.
Yeah, Nathan will,
It drives
same
me
thing.
fucking
Nathan will be like,
crazy.
we've been here like a million
I'm like, it's
times.
Jack in a Box. You want a sourdough jumbo jack or whatever it is, and you want tacos
There's
like every
no
single
sourdough
time.
Jumbo Jack.
What was it called? It was called a
There's a
sourdough
sourdough
Oh,
jack.
is it? A
There's a
sourdough
sourdough
Jack?
jack.
Yeah, there's.
Except the
Anyway.
only place that's really changing up their menu is Taco Bell. Do you see the Cheez-It tostada?
I can't decide if that sounds disgusting or delicious.
Delicious.
Because I love Cheez-Its. But
Oh,
I also
Cheez-It.
Cheez-It.
Yeah.
Oh no.
There's
I
a
thought you
taco.
said
Hey, after
cheese.
this, we could just
No.
go walk over to Taco. It's literally right there. Go smash one.
Is literally.
Yeah, we can try it.
Yeah.
Literally.
And they have a Crunch Wrap. I'm usually not a Crunch Wrap fan, but they got a Crunch Wrap with a giant Cheez-It in the
Cheez-It.
inside.
But I love Cheez-Its, but I don't know if I want them in my
That's intriguing.
Taco Bell.
Okay,
How do they
That's
take the
intriguing.
same ingredients? They always take the same ingredients and make it new.
Just add, throw something else in.
No,
But
now
Cheez-It
they're-
is just
Or they take
another
something away.
cheese.
Yeah.
Now
or they
they're
take something
doing,
away and then
no,
give
it's
it
not-
back.
Cheez-Its not cheese.
It's
I mean,
cheese
it's got
and wheat and
like
and flour.
And salt.
assault. It's assaulting.
I love the assaulting.
It's assaulting to my asshole is
They
what it is.
They do have
Isn't there
Cantina.
like a-
They have.
There
There we
you
go.
go.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
there-
have a sticker on that
Oh, I
one.
can get a sticker.
They do have Cantina chicken right now. That's new.
It's been new.
But they
Cantina
also
chicken?
have like a green sauce now to go with it.
That's
which
like
is
their
new.
attempt to be like a normal like taco spot.
It is
though,
good
right?
though, the green sauce. I like it.
Yeah.
But I love Cheez-Its in my tuna.
I just like cheese.
Tuna.
Yeah, you put it on a sandwich. It just adds that crunch and.
Oh, that's like a
saltiness
sandwich and
in
like
it.
Ruffles or
Doritos.
something.
Yeah.
I get it. I can see it
Goldfish
a little
crackers
bit.
are better though.
No, that's kind of weird.
I feel like the
They gotta
Cheez-Its would
pop.
get soggy.
Goldfish
No,
the
with
chicken.
the
You add 'em
tuna.
right before you
away,
eat it.
right
Fish
before
and
you eat
fish.
it. Delicious.
I also will take just Cheez-Its and
Not that many things sound nasty. I bet it's probably good. It's probably
you gotta
good.
try it.
Okay, but so the question was.
If you're drunk, it'd be delicious.
Yeah. The question was
Right.
if you rehearse. I do all the time. If I have to have a hard conversation with somebody.
Wait,
If
rehearse.
I'm-
What are we talking
The,
about?
What?
the phone call.
is
Do you rehearse before a phone call?
Oh.
I'll write things down. Like if especially if it's a hard
He doesn't rehearse before
conversation,
this either.
I'll like write it down, like what the different points I want to make, and then I'm like freaking out.
So
Or
yeah,
even
I do
paying
that-
bills, I'm like,
I avoid the phone at all costs. But if I have to, I'll sit there and have a conversation in my head. And if it's something that I have to plan for, like days.
Does it piss you off when
anxiety.
the conversation doesn't go the way you thought it was and the other person throws you for a loop?
Yes.
And then
And
they're
you're
thinking, fucking idiot.
You're like, all my plans have been ruined.
Crumble.
Even for like our work voicemail, I have to like talk myself up for days to change it. I'm like, or months. You know, that too.
Ronnie can't do it in front of me. He has to go to the room.
I go in my closet all the
To
way
do
in the back of the
what?
house.
To
Talk
change-
to somebody?
No,
No,
to change the voicemail.
voicemail.
Oh, no,
I get it.
I go in the backyard when I talk to people and call them back. I'm like, I'll be back, and I walk around the field
Yeah.
You, like,
and I do
paces.
laps.
Yeah.
I do laps while I call all the
Same.
voicemails back, and I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, bye, and then
Same, yeah. I pace, and I'll walk into like the bathroom at work, and like you can hear like the dogs being dried in the other room, and I'm like,
I think our voicemail
can
still
hear us.
says, our work voicemail still says we're on vacation.
probably. I think we changed it recently, but yeah, people will complain like it's way past, whatever March or and I'm like, okay, well then disregard the voicemail because clearly it's past
not March. Yeah.
Jesus,
use your fucking head.
yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I'm still getting
Jesus.
complaints that it
Cheez-Its.
says we're open on Saturdays.
Yeah, but like it
But I've changed
doesn't.
it.
Yeah, we've changed it. I'm like, no, you're just not listening. We haven't worked Saturdays in over a year.
It's
Yeah,
been
it's
a
been-
year?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good for us.
Yeah, good for us.
Close on Saturdays and Sundays.
And Sundays, yeah. We're off on weekends.
I work sometimes on Saturdays and Sundays.
But
Is it because you want to, or is
Yeah.
it because...
yeah,
Yeah,
because I was
I
gonna
don't.
say if I didn't have kids, I think I wouldn't care. But because I have the kids,
Like if we're closed for like Tacoma or whatever, I'll work that Monday instead of that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but even on our regular days, like tomorrow, like this week, we're off Friday, Saturday. This is our 4-day vacation, so we're off
Whoop,
Friday,
whoop.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And he's worked yesterday, and he's working tomorrow too.
when I have more than like 2 days off in a row, I get bored.
yeah,
So
do not.
I was like, oh, I'll do a dog on
get
Sunday just to
anxious.
kind of like keep me busy that
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I
just
agree
play
with
video
you.
games all day.
I
I'm
get
good.
anxious. I need to like have some. If I can't work, then I'm like, I got to do this.
Yeah.
Nathan wonders why we're so busy. It's because I get anxious.
Yeah. I was like, do I have a dog show this weekend? I don't have a dog show. I have to plan something else. What am I going to do?
Well, we were comparing calendars, and you were like, I'm free next weekend. What the hell?
Well, that was
That's 2 weeks from now, yeah.
Next week we don't have anything. It's Father's Day weekend, and I was like, am I forgetting something? Like we have a Saturday and a Sunday off. I'm so confused. What am I going to
I
do
have
with my
plans.
time?
When they're watching this, Father's Day was yesterday.
Oh.
Happy Father's Day yesterday.
Happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
And to you guys,
It
because
was
you're
hard.
about to
Yeah.
have your new baby.
Oh yeah.
Puppy.
Oh puppy.
Yeah, baby puppy. But still,
Fur
your
baby.
baby. We can't wait to see her.
I'm so excited.
Father's Day was pretty easy.
The next time
I
we
can't wait to
shoot,
meet
you
her.
should bring her so we can put her
Yeah.
on video.
Oh, Willow.
Stop
Yeah.
coughing. You've been coughing the whole time.
Sorry, I keep on
Ew.
smoking.
I'm just kidding.
Noise gate.
Okay,
Another
anyway.
question?
Are we going to do another one or are we going to do something else or?
Yeah, I have another question.
Yeah,
if
let's
you
just
want.
do another. I like the questions.
Yeah, the questions are fun if you're not dying.
He's dying over there.
Sorry, I'm gonna stop. Cut all this out.
We always tell Owen, we're like, stop coughing. If you go to school and you're coughing, they're going to send you home. So just stifle it.
He's in the back. He's like,
Yeah, he's
his
in the back.
face
like,
is all
yeah,
red.
he's red. He's like,
And you know that
He
boy just be
passes
trying
out.
his best.
I know, he's so good. He's
like,
such a sweet boy.
Do it. What is one thing you wish every client would know or do?
Every client.
Yeah.
Brush a dog.
Brush their dog. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just like Nathan had recently put out a PSA, right, about bringing your dog in young. That's something I wish that everybody knew. Because even if they don't brush, I mean, not everybody wants to brush their dog. So if they shave it regularly, then I don't care, right? If
Yeah.
they're, as you know what I mean. But I think bringing their dog in often enough, so it's not just like a terrifying experience, and starting them young is what I wish they knew.
Yeah, I just don't understand the wait 6 months thing. It does not make sense.
Or a
to me.
year. That one's
I
even
don't know.
worse.
Like, yeah, where did it come from?
Well,
Doodle breeders.
I talked to a breeder before. And I think I mentioned on the podcast that they said that they take their pictures and they look the cutest at 6 months for like promote their doodle pictures and on their websites and stuff.
You
So they
mean
just don't. They mean that
they
they don't
can't
want
see and-
haircuts
Yeah.
before 6 months. But I think clients think they can't get groomed at all for 6 months.
but
So I
that's
think-
just for hair, just for them to have pictures to sell more dogs.
Yeah, that's what that breeder told me. That doodle breeder, yeah,
Ew.
They'd
that it
always
was
used to
for
use our
pictures
backyard.
for their website.
They're like, can we take pictures in your backyard? We're like,
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
We did
afterwards, I was
once,
like, no.
yeah.
Yeah, and then she was annoying. So
And then we found out she was using those pictures to sell the doodles, and we're like, oh no.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but so for me that would be like the most important. I mean, brushing is important too, but
Also brushing your dog's teeth. That is very important.
I'm terrible
I
about
don't do
brushing
it.
my
Especially if you
dog's
want to
teeth.
save some money.
Yeah, if you want to save your money in the future, brush your dog's teeth.
I want Ronnie to teach me how to scale my dog's teeth good.
all you guys have asked me, and I told you, let's do it.
Let's
No,
do
I
it.
know.
No,
I
I
just
thought you
need
said
to-
no. I thought you said no.
No, he
I
said he
I
would teach us
I said
for
I would
us.
teach you
Just
for your
do our
dogs, yeah.
pet.
I don't want to do like client dogs because I don't trust myself like that, but I just want to be able to do my own dog's teeth.
And you're not a licensed
It's
vet.
also
You're not-
Yeah,
illegal.
you're not allowed to do it. Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
illegal.
legally allowed to do that.
I do it on my own pets only. So,
Yeah, only on my
it's
own
just-
pets.
I just
But
wanna-
I
since
learned
you
that.
previously worked at a
But
vet's
is it because
office-
like I'd want to really know the laws because I feel like
It's just because
I
they're
know a
awake
lot
and
of people
stuff.
and a lot of companies that
well,
do it.
This is California too. California is different than other states.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people out there who advertise and there's no vet on staff, and there has to be a licensed vet.
I wonder if they can do it because if they have a vet like on call and like
Possibly if they're like
Well,
the
'cause
vet's
if they're
okay
on-
with like using their
I was
license
gonna
and
say,
their
yeah,
name,
if
right?
they're on staff but they're not present, is it the
Exactly.
same?
And they get a cut, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to use you. You're my vet. You get a cut of the profits, but if anything happens, they report to you or something, you know?
we had Katie had a friend that was dating a vet. Remember, and they said that they got most of their
Who?
money
Who
from.
was dating a vet?
It was a groomer we used to work with, but they said they got over 50% of their their veterinary clinics money came from dentals.
Well, that
Nice.
makes
It's
sense.
quick. You
Yeah.
can knock those out in like 20 minutes. Just knock them out.
Yeah.
Get them out.
When you charge an arm and a
Grand.
leg. Yeah.
Easy. 1,200.
There was a new
1,500.
sign above our in Castro or in our town that says "Love Spade, Love Spay." It was $5,000, and I'm thinking like, what is that?
No.
What is a love spay?
The spay, it was laparoscopic, but it was 1,900 for that.
Yeah.
It
1900.
was the TPLO surgery that was the 5,000.
Love spay is just like a pretty way to say it, I guess.
They do it
I think that's what they
laparoscopically.
call it. Yeah. So it's
So
like
it's-
minimally invasive.
That's
But
cool.
how do they pull out the uterus?
It's,
It's
tiny.
tiny.
It's
It's-
tiny.
As long as
The
they
only
haven't
reason
had puppies.
the only
they're
reason
like,
you
beep, beep,
open
beep,
it up that big is
Is to
to
find
find
it.
it because it's
How
so
big is
small.
I mean, I know it depends on the dog.
I mean,
No,
it's like
literally. It's like
little.
I've seen a lab uterus like this big.
Oh, just so
I have a picture of, I think, Charlotte's when she got neutered. I took pictures of them.
Spade.
Or spade.
when she got neutered. I mean,
Yeah.
I guess ovaries
I mean,
are
she
kind of
doesn't
like
have balls either.
testicles.
So.
Well, I had a vet that used to say neutered is for both of blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I mean, technically it is.
Well, a
yeah.
lot of people
Is it
call
though? What's the
like,
definition?
sterilization.
Is it?
I think you can use it for both, but I use spade.
Now I want to know.
Spade it.
Look it up.
Spaded. when
Yeah.
people say that.
They got spaded.
Neuter.
It got spaded.
That's one of those things you could tell somebody and then correct
In
them
male
after they
pets.
try
So
to
it
kind of
says
correct you.
typical neuter. I just want the definition, right? Okay, the definition is I can't read it.
Of relating to or constituting
Constituting.
the gender that ordinarily includes most. No.
That's not,
Not the right
that's
No.
not the one
No.
we're looking for.
Castrate, alter.
Yeah, castration's definitely for a boy because you're.
Well, it says to remove the force or effectiveness of. So I mean
The
that would
force of-
also be. That's like in the same.
Oh, so it's pretty dang broad. So you could use it on something that it doesn't even have to do with dogs or
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because that's what the one vet said. Because like, no, we use castration for males, spade for females, but then neutered is a general term. But then she would always say castration, and the people would look at her all fucking crazy. And it's like, maybe you can say it differently. It's like a 3-week-old puppy. Calm down. Like,
Well, in a lot of other countries, they just say sterilization.
yeah, I'm gonna sterilize.
sterilize.
Sterilize them.
All right, are we ready to get
Sorry,
into
yeah.
the recap now? Now,
Yeah.
that we had that fun neutering conversation.
I'm going to cut all of it out. So.
No, I mean, I don't know. It's
I
interesting.
thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think people would find it
I was
interesting.
cut it.
Anyways, so we just had the Cali Groom Central. It
Mm-hmm.
was the second one we like. I mean, the Central. This was the first one for the like location, but the second Cali Groom this year, right? Or was the
First
other one last
It
year?
was in November of last
Okay.
year.
It was in November last year, CaliGroom South, and that was at the Groomers Pro warehouse in Hawthorne,
Oh, nice.
California. Yeah.
I think they're doing. They said they're doing another one, right? And that one's going to be at the Wags location.
Yeah. And they just announced the dates for that too. I think it's August or
Nice.
September.
August. That's so soon.
Yeah.
Well, this one kind of creeped up quickly, too.
Another
Yeah, but August is
SoCal
only 3
one,
months
though?
away.
I feel like we had 3 months notice for this one.
I learned about it at Pasadena.
That was
But that's
February.
what we need. We need West Coast groomers to flood the freaking
Yeah.
the competition ring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
West Coast.
September 15th
West
and
Side.
16th.
Oh wait.
September. Okay, that's not as bad then.
After
September.
Hershey. Yeah.
But I mean, it's not. It was really nice. I like that they held it in conjunction with an AKC show.
Yes.
I feel like they
love
should capitalize on that more, just in general. Number one, it's really cool that there's so many like good dogs and breeders that you can connect with, because there were breeders that like came over and checked it out. We're
Yeah, a
like,
lot
"Oh,
of
what is
breeders
this?"
came.
And
I think that's that.
I think it's great because then there was like we met a groomer who was like, "Oh, I'm super interested in the Airedale," and then I was able to connect him with Christine, who was actually running the show, and she's an Airedale person. So then, I was like, okay, well now you guys can connect, and if that's something you're truly interested in, she would be a great mentor, or she can find somebody local to mentor you. So I think it was a great opportunity for breeders and groomers to connect.
Well, we've seen.
go ahead.
Good. Actually, we've seen the mixture of AKC and Barkley. So like AKC and groomers just need to come. The tighter relationship there is, and the more cross contamination, I think the better.
Yeah, we need to learn to groom better.
But I was going to say, I told Bill McFadden while I was in the ring, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to support my friends in the grooming competition. He's like, there's one here? That's so exciting. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
He's so sweet.
Yeah.
I also think that there's a lot of show people that don't think too highly of dog groomers,
Right.
So I think even them seeing groomers trying to elevate themselves and like
Yes.
grooming at like a higher caliber, it kind of shows them that we're respectable people.
serious,
We're
yeah.
good. We're trying.
Yeah. I get it. Like I do get
The
it
hate
too.
is hilarious though,
Well-
because it's like some of the worst grooms I've ever seen are on show dogs.
No, okay.
So
But
it's a-
Agreed.
this is something we talk about
but
though.
the bar is different.
But how many times have we seen, no offense to anybody, right? But how many times have you seen an English Cocker go to a groomer somewhere else and come out with an American Cocker cut?
Yeah.
So
Well, I think
I do
the
get it.
expectation, like when a person's bringing their dog into the show, they want to show angles, and they
Right.
want to show structure above it. So the work to get there isn't as important.
The scissor work and the
but
clipboard
on
doesn't
our
have to
end,
be perfect.
we have to have. It's the opposite.
But we have to have both.
We have to have both. Well, but I think it's practiced more the cleanness
yeah,
of the trim
it's-
in the grooming world over
Most people know how to do good clipper work and scissor work, but they don't always know the breed standards.
Well, if you think about it, like the judge is only looking at the dog up close for less than a minute, right?
Right.
It's just doing the
And then the
table
dog is
exam,
far away.
and the dog is far away, and they're
So
looking at
the
the
structure,
profile and the
yeah.
structure and how the dog moves
So
from a distance.
I think though that having it together, because obviously there are plenty of groomers who do know what they're doing. So like breeders being so upset with groomers isn't always justified, but I also understand that there are a lot of groomers who don't know what they're doing. And so if we can just connect everybody so we can all know what we're doing, that would be awesome.
Well, even for the groomer standpoint, like the
Yeah.
newer groomers, because something about these competitions is that they're only for entry and intermediate
Yes.
people. The open people aren't allowed to compete.
And I think it is happening though. Like the mixture is happening.
Yeah, exactly. But this is helpful.
But I was saying that the groomers also who are still learning, they can go and say, I want to learn more about this breed, right? So they're at the show. They can go to that ring, watch the breed that they're interested in, and absorb more breeds at the same time.
And potentially find a mentor.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know how many of the competitors there, if it was their first time, like at a dog show in general.
Oh, that's a good
Because like I didn't go
point.
to a dog show until like maybe 2 years ago for
I'm
the first
super
time.
curious. Yeah.
know?
If anybody is watching this that did compete or just showed up to support a friend competing, let us know. Was it your first dog show? And did you actually like go and get to like watch any of it? Or did you just stay? Because they were separate buildings. Or did you just stay in the grooming building? I didn't personally get to go spend any time watching the show until the very, very end when I went to go find cats.
You want your kids. So.
Well, no, yeah. Oh, that's true. I forgot. My kids did show in juniors in the morning, and they both got second place in their categories. They're working on it. I was like, second place. No, I'm
I
just
know,
kidding.
it is like,
Just
do
kidding.
better.
No,
Well, our daughter was
No.
happy and my son was upset.
no. It was the opposite. Owen was happy with. He was okay with second place. Isolde was not happy with second place.
Yeah, I guess Isolde's a first or nothing type of girl.
But Owen, I was like, you could have done better. And Isolde, I was like, you did great.
It's true though, like, you know,
Yeah.
he could have done better.
He could have done better.
The
She
boy
could-
he's gotten comfortable, you know?
A
She
little
could
too
have gotten
comfortable.
better. She could have done better too, but she's newer and learning a lot more. He knows better.
Yeah.
I know he knows how to show
He
that
go
dog
he
better.
he'll go to group with a poodle, but then like can't get a first in juniors. Like, come on, dude, get it together, boy.
He keeps making excuses. Is his problem too.
Yeah.
He's like, well, he just won't free stack, and I was like, but if you learn to handle him better, he will.
It's like no wonder handlers be smacking people sometimes. You know? No wonder.
Well, yeah, I know, it's true.
Nah, just playing. That stuff's not cool.
Anyways, so in the morning there was freestyle and purebred, all other purebreds. But for this competition, all of their purebreds consisted of like sporting
Everything.
and wire dogs. So everything but poodle.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me for a smaller show. Like,
Yeah.
or for a show that doesn't. There was a lot of it was big in some class, but for a small like that, I think that all other purebred worked out.
Yeah, there was only four
There was only
people.
4, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
they had they had 2 sporting and 1 terrier. So if they had split them all up, it would have been 1, and 2.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
first saw the advertisement for it, I was like, oh, screw all the sporting and terrier people. Only the Bichons and Carries can
Oh
get
yeah,
groomed.
yeah, yeah. You thought it was just all
Just
of
all
their
of their
purebreds.
purebreds, yeah.
Yeah,
But I actually, yeah, I like that. I enjoy that because
it was nice. Yeah,
And then they did poodles in the afternoon by itself. Well,
Poodle
the
class was
freestyle,
huge. It
the
was
freestyle
huge.
class was pretty big too.
freestyle class was pretty big, but poodle was
Well,
really big.
Yeah.
Poodle was bigger than freestyle. I was really like,
Pleasantly surprised.
yeah, because normally freestyle is the biggest.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't know if it's the biggest. Poodle is usually the
yeah.
biggest
I would say
because freestyle is normally during another competition.
During sporting.
To me,
Yeah.
Poodle's the biggest flex.
Yeah, poodle is the biggest flex.
I just think it's like, I don't know.
And most
Poodles.
groomers, that's the first breed. If they're getting a dog to groom, that's
Yeah.
pretty much the dog they get.
Well, there's so much to learn.
Yeah.
You
Well,
could learn so much with it.
Well, there's also so much style difference. Like when I was getting my Bichon, I was like, do I get a Bichon and just do a Bichon cut? I know I could do freestyle on it someday, but like
It's
the poodle,
one
there's
cut, yeah.
so many opportunities. You
It's
know,
similar with the Bichon to where you're like literally sculpting something though.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's one haircut.
Yeah.
It's like either you do the right haircut or it's wrong, and
Yeah.
that's like it. There's no other option. But for the poodle, there's just like
so many options.
many options, like long ears, long tail, shaved tail. You know, like
German,
Full
modern.
continental.
yeah,
Oh,
full
German,
continental,
yeah.
German, lamb, like retro. I mean, there's like a ton of
what
options.
we need a bunch of the top poodle people to get together and decide what a German trim is and what a lamb is.
I
and
don't
what
think you're
sport-
gonna get that.
Like, we
Everybody has
we
a
need
different
defined
idea.
definitions because okay.
No, I agree.
Anyways,
I
I
And a
agree.
agree.
T trim because I see a terrier trim now in Europe and I think, well, that looks to me like
German.
like I would do a German here, but I don't know.
Did you watch Pina's Groomhouse video recently?
Oh no,
She
haven't.
was talking about like the differences between it, and it's like so small,
So subtle.
so subtle, and it's like because I watched that video probably a couple days before Cali Groom, and
Oh,
it
now
worked.
I'm gonna have to.
Yay.
I'm gonna have to watch.
But it's just like wait, so because she even said some people say it's this, and some people so even like she doesn't really.
Yeah, it's like very open to interpretation.
Yeah.
Well, and I think when you go to Europe, it's very different too, because I really like the photos of the T trims that they do over in Europe, and it's like really popular over there. But they do look like how I thought the German was, and
Well,
then I'm like,
that's-
oh, that's not the German, that's a T trim.
That's what I'm having a trouble
But
with.
it's
is
so pretty.
I want to do a really fancy trim because I want to compete with it in Europe, but then it doesn't do good here
Right.
Yeah.
when it's too fancy
Yeah.
and too stylized. So,
But they like it that way.
but I think the one trim that is like that is the Continental.
Yeah. So that's what we're practicing.
Yeah.
Anyways, so back to Cali Groom.
Oh yeah, so you guys helped like take pictures and all that stuff.
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah.
It
Like
was
being
a lot of-
behind the scenes.
It was a lot of fun. Well, cause, because we were like, well, we have to come and like support you because Juan competed.
Yeah.
And our employee Ashley competed. She was really good. And then we had like other friends there, like Shay and Dakota and a couple of other people.
Heather, Angel, Tammy.
Yeah.
It was
and Manuel. And so we knew a lot of people competing.
By the end of the day, I had 500 photos. So they were like, okay, like send me the good ones, and I just like airdropped them all of them.
You're like,
I
here
was
you
like,
go.
there's no way.
You can look through these now.
I was like, I did my part, you know. I know
yeah.
they're still sorting through them. I bet there's no way they're not, because you get 10 photos of the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Of someone going stacking their
Yeah.
dog, and then you're like, you got to choose. No.
Yeah. Ren is a miracle worker. That is for sure.
Ren
That-
has it down to a science for sure.
We appreciate him very much after this experience. But it was fun. It was fun. You know what I enjoy? Like I enjoyed like fluffing the dogs and making sure they were stacked right and looking at them. Also just partially because it was just fun to see everybody and see their grooms. But then also because when you're usually out in the audience and you're looking and you're like, that dog looks great. I wonder why I didn't win. So it was kind of like more up close, like, cause I got to brush the dogs and, I mean, everybody looked great, but it was still just kind of like fun to be in that position where I could see more.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed announcing because we all know how much I like to talk. So it was really fun to like tell everybody their times and like keep track of, who didn't get their photos and announce. I loved announcing the winners.
There was a little blip in that, but just
There
once.
was a little blip, yeah. But
Well,
I loved
not that it's your
announcing.
fault. It was,
No, it
it was
wasn't your
writ-
fault.
It wasn't
written
my
down
fault.
error.
It was written down. Somebody wrote the wrong name. Anyway, we'll get to that. But so you know the judge, right?
Yeah, so the judge was Linda Easton, and she is the owner of IPG. So I certified with
Oh,
her.
I didn't know she owns it. That's cool.
Yeah, it's her. I think she bought it from somebody. I don't think she like started it. But I certified with her, and Randy is actually one of my certifiers, and she was there too. So it was really cool to see them there and so when I certified back in 2020, I remember both Linda and Randy were like, you should think about competing one day. You're really good. And I was like, oh, hell no. Like, I'm never going to get there. Like, that's not for me. And this was like when I was doing just my first, like my track 1, because they have the track 1, 2, and 3. And to be able to like compete and, that was a soft land.
It got caught on the
That was a soft land. To be able to compete in front of them and have them watch me, like, a few years after they told me I should, was really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Linda. So it was really nice to have her.
I don't think I had ever I'd seen her around, but I don't think I had ever met her in person before.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah, because she was the first person who ever like judged me essentially, or
Was that another fart?
Yeah.
You got to stop farting during these things.
No, it wasn't.
Maybe that's the reason we sit farther apart, just because I know they're coming.
Ew,
Cat
was wondering
silent
if he was gonna
farts,
fart
Nathan
today. He's
regular
farted in every
farts.
episode.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you literally have.
You guys are embarrassing
Nathan
me.
should always.
Jeez, it's a stinky one.
he's trying to get another one
Because I'm a man, okay?
Nathan should always fart in these, and then we should always see if we can spot them.
Oh, I always do. It's always like,
Yeah,
we all
can
kinda
always
perk.
tell. We're always like. That would be funny though.
Katie farted this morning, and I gave her like this look, and she's like, "Why are you looking at me like that?" I'm like, "Because that's the sound your butthole made." That was like, just like, oh.
It was like calling you.
You know, like,
Yeah,
it's like,
Nathan,
like
yeah,
whistling.
Nathan was like, "It's a siren call." I was like, "Ew, get out of here!" So bring
I
it
know,
over
really
here.
though. Is that like a guy? Is that a thing for like gay
No.
dudes to hear a fart and be like, "Oh, that's the
I
sound of a
feel the
butthole"?
that's the
opposite.
opposite.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Because it reminds you, it's like, oh, that's a poopy. That's a poopy
That's the
spot.
poop, that's the poop shoot.
We don't. Yeah, we want the opposite of that.
That's super funny.
No Taco Bell beforehand. No none of
Well,
that.
okay, so maybe it's because though it's like more mysterious for women, right? Because like
The forbidden hole.
yeah, women are more more
Exactly.
notoriously like, ew, no, not that, and
Yeah.
but for a gay guy, it's like that's the hole.
That's our only
That's
option.
the hole.
Well, not our only option.
Not only, but that's like the main hole. You know,
Yeah.
where for a woman we have a different main hole.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Linda's great.
Just saying. Linda's great. Anyways.
Well, also we should add that Juan was the only one of us of our group who got to
Oh, yeah.
compete, and he did amazing.
He did fantastic.
He did both
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
morning and the evening.
I competed in freestyle with Charlotte in the begin in the first one, and I got second place. Thank you.
Your dog looked great.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
she was so cute.
Thank you. There's always when you're done, you're always like are really hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And when when the judge is going through it, you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
And I think my biggest downfall with that was that because she was just a freestyle dog, there was no pressure for me to like maintain her. Like, I mean, I was maintaining her, but I haven't given her a haircut. I think I mentioned on the podcast that I shaved her down late last year, and then haven't really given her a haircut since. So she was so outgrown. So I think I came in with too much coat, and then so when she was combing it, I kind of saw one of my critiques. The one of my feet was she combed out, and there was like a long hair between the toes. And she told me later that I would have gotten first if she hadn't found that. So I was like, cool.
You didn't see it before?
I did not see
Like
it.
grab it and just
because
rip
it was
that
on the
thing
back. It
out?
was on the back foot, and when Charlotte gets tired, she like leans weird. Like her
knuckles
both of them
roll
do
over.
it. Francine and
Knuckle
Charlotte.
over, yeah.
So I don't think she was just standing weird. So I don't think I like combed it out right or.
Yeah, she was.
It
leaning.
happens.
He was making me
Yeah.
stand in front of her because she kept on looking at me, and then she was like leaning like that off to the side the whole time.
Poor
Yeah.
girl.
But it was a nice intro back. Like having Charlotte, who I know does well in competition, who I've placed with before. I know I can make her cute. So like having that be the first competition in the morning, I think made me more calm for
Yeah,
later in the day.
It was,
Yeah.
it
Took
was
the
awesome.
pressure off.
It was
was
great
awesome.
having you back in the ring.
Yeah.
I
It was
love
nice.
seeing
Well,
you in the ring. You
So
did such
we know you
amazing-
got second place, right?
Mhm.
But so for freestyle,
Oh yes.
third place went to Brittany Bowman.
Her dog was so cute.
It was so cute. It,
It
was a
was
little
so
toy
tiny.
poodle.
So
I really
cute.
liked the face she put on it. It was like really, really cute.
With the little shaped ears.
Yeah,
and-
it was so
really
cute. And then obviously second place, Juan Rivera. And then
Bow.
first place went to our friend Shay Leggin. And that was actually her first placement
Yeah, I did
ever.
it today. I did the
Oh,
function.
nice.
Yeah.
Her first placement, she got first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she had never.
Very
She
proud of
has been working, with that dog in particular, Vlad, her dog. She's done Poodle, I think, like once, maybe twice. I'm not sure. And then she's done freestyle with him a couple of times, and that was her very first placement. So
That dog was so cute.
yeah, she did a very good job.
Shay, so I've seen them before, but I never really spoke to them until Shay and Dakota until this. And there's such a warm energy about Shay.
Yes.
Like she's just so sweet. You look at her
so
and you're like, oh, like she
She's
just
so
has like a warm
sweet.
smile.
Yeah.
She's just so sweet, and her eyes are all big,
Yeah.
and she looks
That's
so
like
like
person.
innocent.
They're
I
good
don't know if she
people.
is, but
She's
she
very
seems really sweet.
genuine.
Yeah.
She's very genuine and very sweet.
And then her
I
face when
love
she
her a
won
lot.
first place. You see that reel? She's like,
She thought she did not think she was gonna place at all. She was like, no. So I was really proud of her. She did a really good job.
Yeah.
and then for all of their purebreds, third place was Tammy Pangborn. Second place was Angel Chaffin with the Bichon. And then first place was Dakota.
Yeah,
Oh.
Dakota. I don't think are they
They're not
married
married
yet?
yet.
They're
They're
her
engaged.
fiance, Dakota Lafleur. I love his last name, Lafleur.
Is it French?
Yeah,
Like fleur de la coeur.
yeah. And he won with his English Conquer girl. He got first place with her at Pasadena as well, and that was Pasadena was his first competition. So this was his second competition. So he's
They're
killing
killing
it.
it.
2 first places.
I know. He's
He only
almost
needs-
an
Yeah,
intermediate.
he only
I
needs
know.
one more and he'll get into intermediate already.
Well, when I told him that, like if either one of them won best in show, they'd be going into intermediate. They were like, no,
Like, I don't want it.
I don't want to. I'm not ready. And it was very cute. But it was nice that they both both won it because they're a very sweet couple.
Well, then they're
It reminded me of like you two guys,
Yeah.
when you guys first started too. When you
So
guys were
them-
the teamless together. It was cute.
yeah.
They remind me of us a lot.
Yeah.
So like
They're working hard. They're trying to like do everything.
seeing them up at the tables together was very
very sweet.
very sweet and cute. And,
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot of you guys.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, we interviewed him afterwards for something. I don't know. Who knows if I'll ever release it. But it was
You
super
will.
awkward and weird and like.
Because of us, not them. We were just tired. It was
Shane
like
Dakota
the end of the
suck.
day.
Great groomers, horrible interviewees.
We
I
were
gotta get
all
better at just interviewing regularly, though. Like
Speaking. Yeah.
speaking. There you go.
Yeah.
Talking
using words.
Hard.
I
Talking
feel
is
like
hard.
it's usually Nathan. I feel like it's usually you. You're like,
You're the problem. It's you.
it's true.
problem.
It's true.
I just like talking. So I think I talk so much. I'm very good at it at this point.
Yeah.
Very good.
I think people like come up with this like thing of me of what they imagine I'd be like, and then I'm just like.
No, I don't think so. I just think
But-
you get caught up in your head sometimes.
Yeah.
I think it's partially the ADHD.
It'll come
right?
out. Watch. We'll release a piece of it, and it'll be so weird.
No.
Okay, what were we talking
But
about?
the
I wanna get off of
awkwardness
this.
makes it funny, though. I will
Yes.
say that.
Yes.
But I think your brain just like is going, and then you can't get it out.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you know how when I haven't been competing, so I watch and I kind of have my placements who I think in my head, and I'm sure you guys do all the time too.
Yeah.
Being able to like take everybody's pictures and combing through and getting people's things without saying too much. Were the placements like the same of what you thought, or were you, like-
Roundabout.
Okay.
Roundabout.
Yeah, there was some that surprised me, and some that I knew for sure.
Yeah.
And but
But
I think the thing is, right, is like freestyle is
Opinion.
opinion based, and so that makes it really difficult. And while Poodle is
And we don't get
not
to put a
opinion
comb in
all
the
the way
dog.
around,
That's
yeah.
true.
But while Poodle is not like opinion based, there is so many haircuts though that you do end up with like preferences and like what cuts you like more than others. So I do think that like plays a part no matter how much you don't want it to, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard when so many of your friends are competing.
Yeah.
And like, I think all of them were pretty close, but for Poodle, I knew like halfway through the groom, when Sally break, I already kind of knew. I was like, oh, okay,
Well, some of it
yeah. Well, for first
Some.
place at least.
for first place.
Yeah.
Well, then let's get into Poodle then. Third place was Maya.
There was a little mishap there.
I know. I felt so bad. Well, so the way that they did it, right, was Linda would mark down her picks on the paper, and then she would hand it off to somebody else. I'm not sure. I don't remember what her name was. And then she would write down the results, and then I took it and announced it. And I felt so bad because the name was written down wrong, or it was a different person. And so I announced that person, and everybody's like, yay. And then Linda's like, that's wrong. And I was like, oh my God. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I say? So then they're like going through it, finding the right person's
At
name.
least it happened now, right?
And then, so then she checked like second place and first place. And I was like, oh my God. I believe that person was supposed to be honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
And so that was what happened. So I felt very bad. Yeah.
There it is. 2 minutes too late. So Maya ended
Third
up getting
place was
third place. Yeah.
Maya.
Oh, no.
Second place. Yeah. Yay, Maya. So sorry to the other person. Second place went to Tammy. Yay.
She was on a roll.
And then
Yeah.
first place went to Juan. And your groom was just incredible.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was
It was
beautiful.
Your scissor
Head and
work was
shoulders.
great. Your profile was beautiful. Like, you did a very good job.
Thank you.
It
I was
was-
so nervous. I
You
was so
fucking killed
nervous
it.
for
Yeah,
Like, you totally killed
You
it.
killed it. It was hard to keep a straight face, like looking at the thing. Although I very much think I would make a great Jill when she's ready to retire, but it was definitely, I had to school my face to not let you know that you won first place.
It was yeah.
It was hard.
I'm gonna toot, and I think toot my own horn for a little
Yeah,
bit.
do it.
I think
Toot.
like I was working a lot faster than I was planning on
Mm-hmm.
doing it, and so when she was like, "Oh, you've been grooming for 15 minutes," I was like, "Oh shit, okay, cool." And then she
Yeah.
was like, "Half hour," and then I was like, "Okay, so like the profile is in, and we haven't even gone on Sally break yet."
Yeah.
So it was just
Now
like
you just dial it in.
So then I was like, I think I can do this, right? It was just a really cool to have that, because I've never had that feeling in the ring before. I've always been like super, super terrified, partly because I didn't want to be there before. But now that I actually wanted to do it, and I was like proud of myself for like the speed I was grooming at and like how she was looking. And it was just kind of like, it just gave me, and then like hearing, I think you were next to me for a little bit, and you were talking to somebody about the podcast, and they were talking about how much they liked the podcast. And just hearing that while I was like grooming, and then I think I didn't even look. I was like, "Fuck yeah, yeah!" And then I just like, it just gave me like another like
Boost.
little boost.
It gave you life.
Yeah, it gave me life. And it was just So when we went to the Sally break, and you walked her up and down for a little bit, I was
Yeah.
like, "She looks pretty good already."
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
It was
No, you
amazing
did.
when I came in. Then when we went to your house afterwards, her just walking around, I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, she looks so good.
You did really
Not a hair
good.
out of place, and she's just
So
about the corner.
yeah, dude. Like, well, when are you
He's
competing
coming
next
for
now?
you. He's coming for you, Nathan.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Well, you're in.
I was saying, yeah, I can't wait to
Not
Well, it's
literally.
not going to
though,
be
right?
long.
No.
It's not going to be long for sure.
Right.
Yeah, you're rising. You'll rise quickly.
Thank you.
You're
thank you.
right.
Yeah. So it was. What?
All of
You
his
can see it?
innuendos.
And then you're rising. Like,
I thought you were talking about my Peter Pan.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Exactly. Anyways.
Everyone's
No, you
cheering
did.
for you, and you're like, erection.
No, you did a
That's
really
why we're
good
an
job.
apron.
Yeah. No, but seriously, that was like, it's like as I was walking around watching people and, and I'm like checking the time and I'm like, he has so much time left and he's so much further along in his groom than everybody else right now. Like
had
like
it
I was
dialed.
like, that's what Ann always taught us, right? You block in your dog, then you go around it a second time. And if you have time, do it a third time. And you were really like on your P's and Q's
Yeah.
where you were able to go over your dog so many
How
times.
many times did you go around it?
There were like 5-6 times. Like it was
Yeah.
for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. You did fantastic.
Yeah, you done killed it, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll post a picture here.
Now keep it up.
I had a
Keep
couple
it
people
up.
comment on my story when I went around, like, who do you think will win? And several people were like, that dog.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. It was really cool.
Well,
I'm
when are
very
you going to
proud of
compete
myself.
next now?
My
Like,
next one is Pasadena.
Pasadena.
I think I did this one because
Not
I wanted.
Hershey?
Not Hershey. No, I don't want to travel with the
Or
dog.
Super Zoo.
It's sold out. Aren't they both sold out already? I mean, I guess there's wait lists.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Especially if you just show up with a dog. If you're there with a dog, that's like a much more chance of you getting in.
Yeah, because people
Well,
pull out like the
also-
day before or sort of get
Okay, so after
sorry.
Poodle
Cut
was
that
best
out.
in show, right?
After Poodle was the best in show. Yeah.
immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
It was
We were like, get down there.
No photos. She's like, no photos. Right into best in show.
Oh, I was wondering why. Like,
It was
okay,
Yeah,
very
it felt
quick.
very
It was
rushed.
like literally
Yeah.
like that.
because
Well,
all the
that.
photos, it just went from Poodle to best in show.
Actually,
so.
though, we did forget there was a best first timer in show,
Yeah.
and that went to Kayla. And so we were very excited. It was her very first time competing with her little dog Artemis. She's so cute. I thought she did a
She
fantastic
did a really good
job.
job.
I,
Really, really good. And
I
Nathan did
was
a
like-
class with her.
I did a
month or
private
two
with her.
ago.
Yeah, I did a private with her and like helped her dial in that trim. So it did feel like it made
Really
me
nice, yeah.
my soul really happy. That my soul was just happy the whole day.
Yeah.
But like
It was nice to see
you winning or her getting that and then you winning, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So then we went right into Best in Show, which was very fun. And of course,
Drum roll.
Wait, do we have a drum roll?
No.
do we have a
Our hands. It was.
All right, and our Best in Show goes to Juan. So that was incredible. I
It
mean,
was
we knew
incredible.
it was going to be you.
Yeah.
It was
got Best in
electric.
Show.
You
I
got
got
Best in Show.
And a beautiful
wild.
ribbon. You should have brought
Best
your
in
ribbon.
Show winner.
Best
Yeah,
in
you should have
Show.
brought your ribbon.
Oh, I should have brought my
It was
ribbon.
I was telling
It's a
Juan,
Well, you can put a
guys are-
picture of it.
You guys
I'm
are
gonna make more
show
work
bros
Here.
now.
more work for Juan. Here.
No, you did
That
an
was-
incredible job.
Wild.
Yeah.
That was a big class. Too.
Now you can add that to your bio. Best in Show winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could.
Cali Groom Central. Best in Show winner.
100%. Do it.
Hell yeah. I'm going to do it.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to do it. So that puts me in intermediate,
Now you're an intermediate.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
which,
And you're going to be an open in no time with us.
no.
Yeah.
Stay in intermediate for a while just because
want
it's
to.
really fun.
I want
I
to get
think-
lots of second places. That's
Yeah.
what I
I
want to
think
get.
That was
moving
my
through
goal, too.
intermediate will be
Didn't work.
easier than getting out of
Entry.
entry.
Because there's so many entry people
That's true.
that it makes it harder. But then, because even though the level is
Just
higher
take
in
your place
intermediate,
amongst
there
us.
are just there are less competitors.
Yeah.
So
I think that the difference before to now is that I want to compete. So I think that's gonna
She's
that's gonna
fucking
change.
pumping me up right now.
I think that's gonna change how I approach it, how like seriously I take it. Like,
Yeah.
like the night before, I was like, I have to wake up at 4 a.m. I don't want to do this. And I was like, no, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. So I think it's gonna just now with this under my
Did
belt
it.
too. I think it's gonna.
Killed it.
Thank you. Thank you.
killed it.
And you're going to be an open in no time. And I definitely think you have the ability to be placing an open.
Oh yeah.
I don't see
Oh, yeah.
that in me, but I see it in you.
No, totally. I mean, think
You
of
have
the trims.
amazing scissors.
Think of
You
the poodle
manifest that
trims.
for me.
I am.
Think of the poodle trims that were going on like at Pasadena,
Yeah.
right? Like that the trim you did, in my mind, would have totally got a placement.
And open.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it and I see things, obviously, because we all do.
Well, I look at my own. Yeah, I look at my trim.
You
I
hated
shit
your
on my own
shop.
trim. I shit on my trim too.
So yeah, but I mean that makes me really happy. And to be honest, I was very proud of that haircut. So I think I hope so. I hope that happens soon.
100%.
That'd be cool.
It's going to happen.
Super. When you are putting a trim on a dog, are you able to envision the shapes in your mind?
Yes.
So, like when you think of an apple, can you just imagine an apple sitting in your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that makes a difference a lot. Like, there's some people that can't do that.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well, I think
So, like,
well,
I
'cause-
figure out how do you teach someone that, like, because
Well,
I tell
people-
people, just imagine a circle, and someone was like, I can't do that. And I'm like, well, what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
You're like, I can't help you. So sorry.
Yeah, I'm very conscious that it's like a 3D thing. Like I remember
sculpting
before,
it.
I
You're
used to just
sculpting
it
it.
used to be like look at it from here, and then look at it like from the other side. But you kind of have to look at it from here and then move like 4 inches, and then from here, and then so you can kind of it's a 3-dimensional thing that you're working on.
Where's your trouble spot? What's the spot that still baffles you?
I think I have to be very conscious of my elbow
Yep. Me too.
and like the layback / like crest. I
Yep.
think
Mm-hmm.
not.
Same.
Keep blocking your camera.
It's okay.
I think I just have to be very, very conscious of what I'm doing, and I like trim a lot less aggressively in those
Yeah.
areas just to make sure I
That,
don't.
to me, it's the elbow too. I feel like if I fuck it up, it's usually because I pinch the elbow or I
Yeah.
bring it in too much,
Mm-hmm.
and there's too much. It comes in too much instead of just rolling up.
Yeah.
I think they call. There's a name. Isn't it like the triangle of death right there?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
triangle of death.
I mean, it has that name for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, Juan. You
Thank
We're
you.
deserve
so
it.
proud
man.
of
It was
you.
freaking badass.
Congratulations.
Thank
You deserve it and
you.
more.
I'm excited. I was after the show. I was like, oh, I'm so excited for next year, but I'm not eligible
Oh,
because if it says on the thing entry intermediate or if you've won a best in show ever
Did
at
you-
any
Oh.
show, and it got a best in show here, so I can't. Even
That's
if I'm
a
still an
bummer.
intermediate
Oh,
at that
didn't
point,
know
I wouldn't
that.
be able to.
Well, you guys can come and just
Now
help
we
out
can
like
help
we
out
did.
now.
yeah.
Yeah, they came and helped out. So I did help out, but I was also showing.
Mhm.
So I was showing with my Bashan that weekend, which I guess if I didn't win my way into open, then I wouldn't have been able to show him. And he got breed one day for a 5-point major.
Nice.
And he got 2. He got owner handler group 1 and owner handler group 2.
It was
So-
nice. It was just nice today, right?
It was a nice day. It was a beautiful day.
What about Tawua?
And Tulula got another point. So she gets 3 points now.
3.
Mm-hmm.
We.
And but I love showing and I love competing too. But just the whole atmosphere of both was just amazing. And it was cool to walk back and forth and get to watch instead of just sitting around waiting for groups to start. Usually you're just sitting there.
It
playing
was
on
at
your
the
phone.
grape place too, right? So we got to eat a
Lodi.
bunch of grapes. I ate more grapes that day than I have ever eaten in my life.
I don't think that's why they were grapes, but okay.
Yeah, because it's,
Yeah.
it's the grape.
It's the grape festival grounds. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Lodi
Great Festival
Great
grounds.
Fairgrounds.
Yeah, but I've never had grapes there before. We go there all the time.
We were never in a building on a thing.
With grapes provided.
Yeah.
I think they
Obviously.
just bought grapes and bought them, but okay.
They're also just
You're ruining the
delicious.
magic, Kathlena. They
Oh,
I know.
provide
so
the
sorry.
grapes.
I
They
thought
were
they just
magic
manifested
grapes.
themselves there because it's the place.
All right.
Anyways,
Anyway.
so this show was a little different. I wanted to point out a lot of shows we go and there's tables set up for us. This one, you had to bring everything. And I want to say you have the best
best
setup.
setup.
He brought a
you
shoreline
get a picture of it?
table.
I don't know.
Well, there's pictures.
There's
in
pictures.
But
You should
he brought
definitely
a
show.
whole shoreline table. He had 2 arms, and he had his fans, and he had his jackery, and yeah,
I
it
brought
was
my own
amazing.
electricity.
He brought everything.
But you know what though? Bringing your own table is there's more shows like that than you think.
yeah,
Yeah,
right?
there are more. There are other shows where you have to bring your own table, but and don't have like electricity or different.
Well, I know,
things, but-
electricity.
We always just show up and pray that someone can spot us.
Well, no, I mean for
I'm
ones
like-
that we fly to. If we're driving, we try to bring stuff, but
Someone should make a table that could fit in a
They
a
do.
bag.
Suitcase?
They do
a
make
suitcase
them.
bag.
They make them.
yeah,
But
but,
that's all
big
really
enough
small.
for the dogs.
Maybe
they're-
the top
yeah.
can like
Hercules.
fold.
No, but
Yes.
they have tables like this size that can go in.
But if they had one of those with like a hinge that would fold on top of it, that way you can put like a standard on it.
Yeah.
Would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to put that on the list of things to make AGP.
Speaking of lists, we should also mention that we have an Amazon store.
We do. We have an Amazon storefront.
Yeah. Oh, we got to get the camera stuff on there, huh? Because that'll.
Yeah. So all the stuff that we talk about on this, we're gonna try to remember it all and put. If it's sold on Amazon, we'll add it, and that way you can
not
find
just
it.
that, things we also find easy to use in our daily lives
Yeah.
for our showing and recording. All our recording stuff that you can buy on Amazon's on there.
Yeah.
Everything.
All the competition shit I brought will be on there.
Yeah.
competition show stuff.
The shoreline
favorite-
stuff
All of
on
our
there?
podcast
except that.
stuff.
Yeah, things we talk about. Just stuff we
Yeah.
like to use.
Anything. So, I mean, if you go on our Amazon list and you buy from it, it just helps. I mean, because we spend a lot of money doing this. So, any little bit that we can get that helps with that is awesome, and we appreciate it.
Maybe we'll break
Obviously-
even one day.
Yeah, maybe we'll break even one day.
I don't know.
Obviously, it's not like,
The goal.
don't feel bad if you don't.
Yeah.
But if you do, that's cool too.
Yeah. We should thank the California Professional Pet Groomers Association for putting this on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And if you are a California dog groomer, you should join as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, for everyone who helped and volunteered with cleanup and everything. It was
Yeah.
a wonderful show. I think it ran very smoothly. It was
Yeah, Christine
great.
did an incredible
Great
job
space.
putting it on, setting up, taking care of everything. She did great. Yeah.
It was
And
wonderful.
the California Professional Pet Groomers Association is just
Yep.
wonderful.
And it was a
So,
great show to compete at too for me. Like, so if you're local and you can do it, I think you should try.
And the
for
prizes
sure.
were awesome, right?
Beautiful
They were
ribbon
cash
and cash.
Cash prizes and beautiful ribbons and yeah, so
No,
Yeah,
it was
and
wonderful.
every place got a ribbon, third, second, and first.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't one of those little participation ones. It was actual
Even
rose.
the participation ribbons. I
Were
can't
cute.
talk.
Oh, they were
They were
nice.
cute. Yeah. I almost stole one.
those
They
were
were-
great too. Yeah. So I mean, it was incredibly well done. So
Yeah. So kudos.
And it was extra cool because I won.
yeah, extra cool.
Honestly, it was. Yeah.
It was.
It was really
yeah.
cool. I'm
and it was
excited.
nice that
But
it
yeah.
was a local show.
If they do
and-
it again, it was real close to all of us.
If you didn't win, I would have been fucking pissed though. Your trim was so so good. I was like looking at it, like when I even went back and watched the recording, and I'm like, dude, like, but though when I at the end, I still wasn't sure though because I was like, I didn't want to get too
You never
excited.
know.
Yeah.
Right.
You never know. You never know.
But the judge is good judge.
It was really nice to have. I always go support you guys.
Ann was there
all
too,
the
right?
time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was really cool to have all of you guys there to support me. It was
Yes.
not that I like expected you guys to,
Our
but
corner was
Of
packed.
course
It was
we
so
did.
So
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
won, everybody cheers, right?
yeah,
Of course
it's
we
just
were
it's a really
there
cool
for you.
feeling. You're welcome. I do that for you all the time.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
See, normally
it
you
helps.
bring us the luck, but this time we brought you the luck.
Yeah.
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 So no, you did beautiful.
And
you did a
all of
wonderful job.
the best in show lineup all used your mat.
Oh, I know.
Right, we
Well,
all-
hey,
It was your lucky
well,
night.
We all
if,
used the
yeah, I guess that means if you want to get in that lineup,
You gotta get the,
yeah, I
the
think
Nathan
there's
Austin
only, I
mat.
think there's only a couple dozen left
Oh, nice.
before they're sold out.
I got
so.
mine. It's gonna be my competition mat.
Yeah, we only use it for special occasions.
I'll probably buy one more, and then like whoever is hearing this, and you better buy it because I'm probably not gonna do the same design again. But
Yeah, we're gonna work on another one for me, my design.
Once it's gone, it's gone.
For
we
me.
should do an AGP one
Yeah, we
Oh,
should do
yeah.
AGP
AGP.
AGP.
That'd be cute. Black
with
and
all of
blue.
our
or
silhouettes.
black
It
with
can
our
be black,
silhouettes
yeah,
on
and
it.
then blue on one side.
Yeah,
It'll be the
with
black
all
and
of our
blue.
silhouettes. Okay.
That's what
Oh,
we
yeah, we'll cut this
surprise.
out.
Anyways,
Maybe we'll do one too.
thanks for tuning in to another grooming podcast. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
He's very particular about like the fabric it is.
Well, because it can't be hot. Well, the
too.
problem
Mine
is
has to
too,
be
though,
thicker.
certain materials. Then as soon as you wash them, then they look stupid.
I get them dry clean.
All of them?
Shirts unbuckled.
They're like
Yeah.
$2 a shirt, right?
Yeah, I have it unbuttoned on purpose.
Hot. Smash.